The river always felt like a small escape for Arman. On weekends he brought his daughter Sana to the quiet bend that curved behind the old trees. She loved skipping stones. He loved watching her forget the weight she carried since her mother passed away. It was the one place where silence did not feel heavy. On that warm afternoon the water shimmered with the last light of the day. Sana was a few steps ahead, collecting smooth pebbles. Arman set their small bag on the grass and called to her, reminding her not to go too far. She answered with the easy cheer he wished she wore more often. He knelt to tie her shoes because she always forgot. When he looked up again he noticed someone farther down the riverbank. A woman was standing knee-deep in the water. Her hair clung to her shoulders. She held her arms across her chest like she was guarding herself from the world. At first Arman thought she had simply stepped in to cool off. Then she turned, startled to see someone watching, and called out to him with a tremor in her voice. "The water took my clothes. You will not look, right?" Arman froze. He felt heat rise to his face. He quickly turned his eyes away and replied that he would not. Something in her tone kept him rooted. She did not sound embarrassed in the usual way. She sounded shaken. Sana ran back toward him and asked what happened. Arman told her to wait behind a nearby tree for a moment. He kept his eyes fixed on the ground as he asked the woman if she needed help. She let out a small laugh that cracked at the edges. The current pulled them away. I put them on a rock and the water rose. I guess I did not think. Arman fumbled through the bag beside him. The only thing he could offer was his worn hoodie. He walked toward her with his gaze carefully lowered and held it out at arm's length. She moved through the water and wrapped herself in it. Only then did he risk lifting his eyes a little. She was trembling. "Thank you. I am sorry for troubling you." Her voice carried a strange mixture of politeness and fear, as if she was used to apologizing for simply existing. Arman guided her toward the grass. Sana peeked out from behind the tree and stepped closer when she saw the woman was all right. The woman smiled at her in a soft way, as if the kindness of a child soothed something in her. They sat for a moment, the three of them, letting the quiet settle. The woman introduced herself as Mira. She had been traveling alone for a few days, trying to clear her mind. She said she had stopped by the river to wash off the heat of the road. She spoke as if she was picking each word with care, not because she wanted to hide anything, but because she was used to keeping parts of herself tucked away. Sana offered Mira a spare hair tie. The small gesture made Mira's eyes glisten. Arman noticed that shift though she tried to blink it away. He asked if she had someone she could call. Mira shook her head. "I left home without telling anyone. Not that anyone would worry." Her smile lifted and fell, too thin to stay. Arman felt a tug of recognition. He knew the look of someone pushed to the edge of things yet still trying to walk with dignity. He asked if she wanted to sit with them until she felt steady again. Mira hesitated but agreed. They shared the small container of fruit Arman had packed. Sana talked about school, about her latest drawing, about everything children feel free to share without fear of judgment. Mira listened with an attentiveness that felt gentle. She told Sana her drawings must be wonderful. Sana beamed. Arman watched the expression bloom on his daughter's face, something he had not seen in a long time. It made him study Mira with deeper curiosity. When Sana went off to gather more stones, Mira lowered her voice. "You are very patient with her. Many do not bother with such gentleness." Arman shrugged and said he was only doing his best. Mira reached for the hem of the hoodie she wore and held it like a shield. "I am not used to men who look away when asked. Most think kindness is a favor they should be thanked for forever." He understood then why she had spoken with fear earlier. They watched the river move around the stones. The evening breeze stirred the leaves overhead. Mira told him she had left a situation that made her feel small and unheard. She needed space to remind herself she still mattered. She said the river felt like a place to wash off old pain, but it had taken her clothes like a reminder that even moments of courage could turn clumsy. Arman told her that sometimes life stripped you of what you thought you needed only to force you to reach for something new. He did not realize how honest his voice sounded until she looked at him with that steady gaze that made him feel seen. As the sun dipped lower, Arman offered to walk her to the small roadside inn at the edge of town. He worried for her safety if she continued alone without proper clothes or a plan. Mira nodded. She seemed relieved yet thoughtful, as if she was still weighing her trust. They walked together, Sana skipping ahead, Mira holding the hoodie close. Arman kept a respectful distance. Even in silence he felt the odd warmth of connection, the kind that arrives without warning and settles without asking permission. When they reached the inn, Mira turned to him. "Thank you for treating me like a person instead of a burden. I will return your hoodie tomorrow. If that is all right." Arman said she could keep it if it helped her feel safe, but she insisted. Her smile held a promise he did not yet understand. He watched her walk inside. Sana tugged his hand and whispered that she liked the lady who smiled with her eyes. Arman felt something shift gently in his chest. On the way home he realized the day had changed more than the course of their afternoon. It had woven a stranger into their story with the quiet ease of the river's current. He did not know what tomorrow would bring. Yet for the first time in a long while he felt a subtle lift inside him, a sense that life still carried unexpected kindness. Some encounters began with awkwardness or embarrassment. Some began with a borrowed hoodie and a broken moment. This one began with a woman in the river and a single dad too shy to look, yet willing to listen.